What's up, everybody? Today we're down at Pinchaz Bar and Grill. We're down here for the stew peas. The man and make a massive pot of stew peas. I put a picture out of the stew peas on my Instagram and it just went viral. So today we're going to film them preparing the pot and see what I want in them stew peas pot for today. Special of the day, stew peas. We'll see what I'm putting out. It's going to be traditional stew peas with pig's tail. If they'll have beef, I hear that they might even put some steppers in the chicken foot. So we'll see where it goes. I saw you bought a couple pots to have a run same time.
Yeah man, just run some fried and some fried dumplings. Now we have some brown soup chicken ready right now.
So, question, I just say the pig's tail in the pot or other meat when mean it?
Yeah, you know, so today we kind of mix up it a little weird. So we just have the straight stew peas today. So last week you won't get it with beef, the other week you did get it with chicken food. So this
week a straight pig's tail?
Yeah.
After the brown stew chicken?
Yeah. And that's what we have cooked food and like yam and banana and then food.
And it's food to go with it?
Yeah.
Mountain of pig's tail ready for the pot. So he's just chopping up that pig's tail now, getting it prepared to put in the pot. That pig's tail has been sitting in brine, so it's almost like a corned pig's tail, but it comes with so much flavor in it, and when that's put into the pot, you don't really have to add a lot of salt to the pot. Salt from that pig's tail salts the pot itself and just puts that flavor into the peas and into that gravy that the stew peas is known for. Once that pig's tail is chopped up, he's going to transport it and put it into a big Dutch pot where that's going to cook down with the peas. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some spinners, that is some flour dumpling that when rolled real nice, spin off and put into the pot, and then you're going to add some of that peas, add some of that flavor into it. You know, it's going to show us how it's done. The Scotch bonnet pepper has to be in there. There's a few ingredients that make stew peas awesome. Stew peas isn't a thing that we have every day in Jamaica. It's a really famous food down here, but most restaurants tend to serve it once a week, have it on the menu as a special item. That's a lot of pig's tail. A massive pot of stew peas are going on right and a whole heap of pig's tail. I'm out here early in the morning of pig's tail juice all a fry. You say chop them up now, you wash them off again. So get rid of some of the salt that's on it from the brine and thing as well. The excess salt that. Alright, so it's soaked from overnight last night to get that salt and that brine out of it. If you ever cook it with that salt and that brine, your pot would have gone pot full of salt. I don't think you'll be able to serve it if you just serve it without taking off some of that water, some of that salt, by actually leaving it overnight in a tub of water to draw the salt out of it, because that salt is soaked in. So once you throw off the water off of that, you're ready for the pot from here.
Yeah.
No oil, no nothing, straight into the pot.
No.
So you don't know, you're just turning it and basically making sure that all the pieces separate.
Yeah, that's the one thing. You know, when you're ready,
everything clumped together, and then some people get more than one, but them forget.
Some people don't really like it.
2 minutes in the pot and then piece that. What chef is basically doing is that he's layering his pot, he's setting in pot, the meat's going first, he's going to cook that down first and then add some more of the seasoning, add some more of the flavors into it, the scallion, the thyme, the onions and stuff like that goes into it. What he does by setting the pot like that is that it allows the meat to cook, because everything has a different cooking time. You don't want the peas to become too mushy, you don't want anything to be overcooked or anything like that. So once you lay of the pot, it becomes perfect where the fusion of those flavors just marinate at the perfect time, and it becomes something special when you add that coconut milk with those peas into the stew peas. Brother, can't wait for that one. So it springs its own water. Basically the water off of the meats that was in there is expelled and into the pot. So that's another layer of flavor in the pot from the meat right there.
Cook it.
You say you just pre-cook the peas, it's not fully cooked?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want the peas to mash out while everything else. What kind of peas? That red peas?
Yeah.
So you add the seasoning, you layer everything on top, make all of these flavors marinate together. The salt off of the pork get down into the peas and into the gravy, you know. So you have some carrot and some sweet pepper going on. What else you have put in there? Some scallion, onion, garlic, proper season. Get a touch from the flavor of salt and the stew peas and the peas. And then you have the coconut milk as well for going on. So I want for the pepper.
Pepper is a must.
Pepper is a must.
Can't nice without little pepper.
Can't nice without have a little pepper. Scotch bonnet off in there, you can't too much, but a little bit in there, sit need to touch it. So the garlic will tenderize it. Bring it up, bring up the flavor as well.
The garlic, the cook, both flavor
and tenderizer. Bubble like so. Still I separate them all while that I go on.
Yeah. And we now kind of feel the texture of them.
Oh, you just touch the texture, see how the tenderness come on and things.
You can know how long you can have it on fire, you know?
Yeah, man. Before the next.
Alright, so that's why you see the stain, you know. Anytime you cook, them kind of come apart, same way, you know?
Anytime they come apart?
Anytime they cook, them come apart, so more.
Yeah. Then we just drop off.
Yeah.
Another. So that little one there, right? So you say once that cook down now, it will fall apart. So that can even tell you how your pot will go. So that
for long as you just touch it away, it
fall off. That's how you want it when you want some softs.
Yeah.
Pig steer, you don't want a tough sitting for your chew.
But right now it's at 9 or 10, that's
the scotch bonnet with the seed and everything are going there. A big pot still, that not a pepper. The man love pepper still. Oh yes sir, once you add you can't subtract.
No, then put that still.
Then just give flavor.
Yeah.
Spread it all around the pot so the flavor run all around the pot. One of them dump it in, that's why you know, so this is a thing I prepare with time and patience. That pepper is added flavor. So is the garlic. And they say the garlic may help to just tenderize it. How long the pot you think cook for? Or you just judge it off for the meat like how you do?
Yeah, I just judge it off.
So if you cook pot, man, pot none at time. All those flavors just went into that pot and I can't wait. You can smell it just bursting with flavor. The only thing left to go in there is the coconut milk, and that will make it truly Jamaican stew peas. Stew peas was something that when you read about it, the history of it comes up in the 40s and it became popular in cookbooks in the 70s. Now it's a phenomenon in Jamaica that we love. Everybody in Jamaica loves a good stew peas. Original stew peas cooked with pig's tail. You have some variations of it now where people are using chicken foot. You have some people that are actually using seafood. You see conch and seafood stew peas, but the original stew peas is with pig's tail. When we eat anything in Jamaica, not no waste. So everything have to go into the pot or have to cook somehow. And once it cooked down, it just becomes awesome. It's like our oxtails. Oxtail now you can't even afford it. It gone to the world. Oh, I'm not bother come try that with a pig's tail. Flavors when cooked down for a little while. You have to make everything cook down together and make everything in that pot just fuse together, and then after that straight in at the stew piece. You can see how that pot has come together over the time when him layer it with flavors. This pot I have my attention. The smell that's coming out it is just amazing. It's the rice and peas pot, the coconut milk gone in, and the peas bubbling down to cook out a little more with some seasoning, scallion, the thyme, onion. Pot smell good. Not a grain for waste. That yellow on top is the butter that's just going to soften up the rice and make sure that it separates as well. Added flavor. Butter always make everything nice. Stir them up now, make sure the butter get down in that too. Alright, fire the pot so the rice can steam out. Steam time. So the coconut milk.
Yeah, I mix it around now.
Seeds and all. Add in the coconut milk. When change the color, when add the flavor of the coconut. And that, you know, when cooked down, I got turn in a stew piece.
Yeah, some spinners and that thing.
So spinners after that, can't have a stew piece without spinners in there. You can do everything right. Everything that you saw before you can put in, but you see if you don't put spinners in there, can't call it stew piece to me. Spinners. So this is why they call it spinners. Spinners is just dumpling. Jamaican dumpling is flour and water with a little salt in there. Roll it up, knead it out, and then spin it off into the pot. The dumpling is the last thing that went into the pot. Spinner them going the last because quick cook. 10 minutes, them spinner they done. The pot cook down little, let it settle. And then ready for the plate. The smell of that coconut milk is just crazy. It's just inviting. And you can see that it started to thicken up as well. So what happened during that whole cooking time when all those flavors fusing together, so is the gravy. The gravy is thickening up. You can see how much thicker it's got now. I would say draw down.
Yeah.
Jamaica would say draw down when you see all of that gravy, how more was in the pot. So it's 15 to 20, you know, so you're proper. You can see the meat them start pulling away. Yeah. You can see some of the meat actually separating from the bone. Ready for some stew peas and white rice. Everything done. The pot is settling down. The white rice is cooked. You can see it steaming out of the pot. Ready for it to come together now and dip on a plate. You see them specialty thing, the stew peas, the curry goat, them thing I eat with white rice. The rice and peas, you can't really do that with them food. Rice and peas is something that they make for Sunday dinner vibes and Sunday along with some gungo peas and thing. But them now it's gone non-traditional. Everybody has rice and peas every day of the week now. It's not no more a Sunday dinner thing. So when you come to the stew peas and the curry goat just for that gravy, white rice. And the spinners, can't afford for spinners. The rice can soak up some of that gravy there. tender. I can tell that it's been cooked down. You have the spinners in there, the smell of the coconut milk, and you can see how thick it's got after that long cooking process of fusing all those flavors together. And we started with the onions to the garlic, putting everything together from before putting this in the pot so it cooks right down. The tenderness. All that flavor from the stew peas and the gravy is now in the white rice, and it's just bursting with flavor. All those grains have just picked up that coconut milk, all of the onion, the thyme, the pepper, the scallion, everything that went into that pot. The garlic did its job tenderizing the meat. The meat is extremely soft, very tender. All that salt brine that was on it before has been washed off, so it's not salty at all. There was no need to add salt to the pot. The salt has just dissipated, and it's just flavors that have fused together with the coconut milk. And the meat is just extremely tender. That long cooking process from it started in the pot by itself, then you added on the peas, added on the coconut milk. All of that has come together and has just created something spectacular. In 1992, the Gleaner in Jamaica actually named stew peas the best dish cooked in Jamaica with rice. Can you believe that? Stew peas in 1992 was named the best dish cooked in Jamaica. If you come to Jamaica, you have to find a good stew peas place and try stew peas. As I said, it's not something that you have every day. It's not prepared every day in restaurants, but on certain days, like today, Wednesday, at Pinchaz, you can come and get the stew peas down here, and they do a massive pot of stew peas. The chefs do an excellent job in preparing it. It's something very nice, very amazing, and it's Jamaican. It's just one of our dishes that, again, gone to the world. Went into the pig stew. Look at that. That's just fat and jelly. That's just flavor. So tender. There's not, I can't even go carry anything home for the dogs. I can't carry no bone for them. The bone just disintegrates in your mouth. All of that flavor is sent into the gravy. That gravy with the rice, mix it up together, and it just, the spinners, can't go without the spinners. Flour dumpling. No, go over the top with that. You chew that bone up and it just disintegrates in your mouth, full of flavor, full of that coconut milk with that peas. It's just, wow, very good, soft and tender. As I said, there's nothing left in the plate after you're done with this. Are you a mixer or a non-mixer? I am a mixer, so everything I forgot mix up. Everything I forgot mix up tonight. I'll make sure all of that soak down. Look at that, all of that fat, everything in it.
No, yesterday the thing come out. The thing come out. All the things I think like 10 minutes ago.
Growing up, sometimes you don't really appreciate the stuff that you were given. I think one of those stuff for me was actually stew peas. I didn't really appreciate the pig's tail when I was growing up. Didn't really fancy it, but no, can't do without it. Growing up, I don't think I appreciated stew peas as much as I do now. I can't stop eating. You can't eat and talk. The spinners, wow, the flavor. But I didn't appreciate stew peas as much as I do now, and it's more work going into it back in the day than it is now. You just use the coconut packets with the milk and that's it. Before you'd have to go and get that coconut, pick it off of the tree or wait till it's tough, and then husk it, grate it, get out the coconut milk, and then prepare your pot. No, coconut milk and it's done. I guess that's why way back it probably wasn't done as much, because of the effort that had to be put into it, the love that goes into it. You can tell why it's one of Jamaica's best dishes. That stew peas was amazing, all of that flavor, that huge pot, to be able to create such a huge pot and keep it consistent, keep it with the flavor, add it to the rice and just mix up that stew peas and enjoy that. Bring me right back to childhood, like I said, grandma's kitchen. Thanks to Pinchaz, thanks to the chefs that prepared the pot. Food was amazing. Until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you link up and let me know where the stew peas then. Big up, bless.